Welcome back to the deep dive. We sift through articles, data, all that stuff to pull out the knowledge you actually need. Today, we're diving into maximizing space, getting rid of that chaos, the clutter that just seems to take over.
That's right. We've got a ranked list here, top 10 home organization gadgets. But this isn't just about shopping. It's more like looking under the hood of why these things work. We're hunting for those shortcuts, those gadgets that fix common problems. Wasted space, tangled cables, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's about knowing why something works, not just what it is. Makes you feel a bit smarter about tackling your own space, right? So we're counting down, 10 to 1. Looking for those light bulb moments. Let's kick it off. The first big strategy, using those spots we usually ignore. The underleveraged spaces.
Exactly. And what's interesting really is how often the best solutions just add on to what's already there. You don't need a massive overhaul, just clever ways to use existing structures.
Totally. Okay. Number 10, kicking us off is the over-the-door organizer. Pretty foundational.
It really is. Foundational, because it instantly gives you storage without eating up floor space. That's the immediate win. It basically turns a door, just a flat boundary before, into usable storage. And there's a psychological thing, too, using vertical space like that. It moves clutter off the floor out of your main line of sight.
Ah, so it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Sort of. Reduces the visual noise.
Precisely. You open the door, deal with the stuff, close it, mentally cleaner.
Okay, but there are loads of organizers out there. Why does this type rank so high? Is it just the space gain, or is there something about, like, durability?
Good question. It's partly the space, yeah, but also how non-committal it is. You just hang it. No drilling, no fuss. And the best ones, they often have clear pockets or strong wire racks, so you also need to see what's in there. Otherwise, it's just a hidden mess waiting to happen.
Right. Visibility is key. Okay, so from that big vertical space, let's zoom in. Number 7, adjustable drawer dividers.
Mm-hmm. If the door organizer handles a room level, these are for the micro level, inside the drawers. It's not about creating new space, but making the space you have actually work. They're crucial for, like, clutter control. They give everything a specific spot, a utensil, socks, whatever. Reduces that hesitation when you put things away, so the system actually sticks.
But adjustable things can be flimsy, can't they? If they slide around or collapse, the whole system breaks down. What makes these ones effective?
The key is adjustable, but also secure. The ones that get praised use tension, like springs or little clips, to lock them in place. It's not just about dividing, it's creating those fixed, definite boundaries, which, sounds simple, but it's surprisingly effective against chaos creeping back in.
Fixed boundaries. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Smooth transition from the door to the drawer. Now, for the last one in this first batch, number 4. This one's pretty clever, using totally dead space. The magnetic spike rack organizer.
Oh yeah, this is a perfect example of optimizing tight spaces. It asks, where's the spare metal in your kitchen? Usually it's the fridge, right? That side panel is often just their unused vertical real estate.
Okay, I gotta push back a little here, though. Sticking stuff on the fridge. Isn't that just adding visual clutter right in the middle of the kitchen? How does the list weigh that aesthetic cost against the space saving?
That's fair. And it's probably why it's number 4, not number 1, right? The list seems to value the pure functional gain, especially in smaller kitchens, higher than the aesthetic compromise. Think about it. No more digging in deep cabinets for spices. And you turn space that was doing nothing 0% functional into something really useful and accessible. For many, that trade-off is worth it.
Okay, fair point. Function over form sometimes. So those first 3, door, drawer, fridge side, all about leveraging existing structure. All right, let's shift gears. The next big challenge, actually finding the stuff you stored. Accessibility, that's huge.
Absolutely. If you can't easily get to it, the whole organization effort kind of falls apart, doesn't it? So this next group, yeah, it's all about quick visual checks and easy access.
Okay, kicking off this section at number 9, collapsible storage boxes with lids.
Right. Everyone uses storage boxes, but the collapsible part is the key here. It's about duality. They hold your stuff, clothes, toys, whatever, when you need them to. But the genius part, they fold flat when they're empty. We could call it transient utility. The box only takes up real space when it's working. Otherwise, poof, it's almost gone. Solves the problem of storing the storage boxes themselves.
Ah, the storage box graveyard. Yeah, that's a real thing. Okay, makes sense. Now, number 8, pure convenience, this one. The rotating makeup organizer.
This one's all about that 360-degree access. It's high on the list because it nails the vanity or bathroom cabinet problem. Usually you stack things up for density, but then you can't reach the stuff at the back. The spinning caddy lets you keep the density but brings everything to the front instantly. It might seem niche, just for makeup, but the principle applies everywhere. Maximize vertically, but keep access easy.
Turns getting ready, something you do every day, into less of a hassle. I can see that. And sticking with accessibility, number 6, stackable shoe storage boxes.
Yes, this tackles a big frustration. Shoe organization is tricky. You want to stack to save space, but then you can't see the shoes. You end up pulling the whole stack apart. These boxes solve that with clear fronts. You get the stacking, the density, but crucially, that visual inventory control. You spot the pair you want, grab it, no mess. It prevents the system from immediately getting undone.
Yeah, organization that undoes itself is the worst. So that group really highlights storage without easy access is kind of pointless. Okay, let's pivot to the top tier now, the final group. These are about hitting those vertical and hidden spaces hard, starting with number 5. These seem to give the biggest bang for your buck.
Right. At number 5, we find the wall-mounted foldable drying rack.
Oh yeah, anyone in a small apartment or with a tiny laundry space knows this struggle. But number 5, higher than the magnetic rack or the door thing, it's just a rack.
It's about the scale of the problem it solves, I think. Drying laundry can take up a massive, awkward chunk of floor space, right? Especially in small homes. This rack gives you serious drying capacity when you need it. But then, and this is key, it folds totally flat against the wall when you're done. It's that transient utility idea again, but applied to a really large footprint item. Reclaiming that much floor space, even temporarily, is a huge win.
Okay, reclaiming temporary space. That makes sense. Now let's deal with the bane of modern existence, cables. Number 3, the cord management box.
Oh, definitely. If we're talking clutter control, cables are like visual stress embodied. They just look messy, tangled, complex. This box is essential because it doesn't just tie the cables. It hides the whole power strip, the knot of wires, everything. You put the mess inside a neat-looking box.
Yeah.
Instant visual calm. That directly lowers your cognitive load, especially around your desk or TV.
An aesthetic shortcut to sanity. Yeah, I can see why that's...
Number 3.
All right, rounding out this top group at number 2, the absolute champion of squeezing into tiny gaps, the rolling storage cart.
Yeah, what makes this one stand out is how slim and versatile it is. It's the ultimate tool for optimizing those really tight spaces. It's designed specifically for those narrow gaps you thought were useless.
Yeah.
Between the washer and the wall, or next to the fridge. It takes that forgotten sliver of space and makes it functional, movable storage. It really pushes storage into that third dimension depth and height in tight spots.
Okay, we've covered a lot. Leveraging structure, making things easy to find, using hidden spots, from behind the door to between appliances. Now, the big one. The one we've been building up to. The number 1 space maximizer. The ultimate gadget for tackling the biggest physical storage challenge. Number 1.
The anticipation is definitely justified, because this one tackles the single biggest volume hog for most households. Soft stuff. Clothes, bedding. It achieves maximum compression.
Okay, give it to us. Number 1 is the vacuum storage bag.
Yes. These are genuinely transformative. They act like a force multiplier for the storage space you already have. They work by literally removing the air, compressing bulky things, blankets, winter coats, duvets into these incredibly dense, flat packages. Nothing else on this list delivers that kind of dramatic reduction in sheer volume.
Wow. Turns bulky into flat, maximizes every square inch under the bed or in the closet. Strategic storage for stuff you need to keep but maybe only use seasonally.
Exactly. It's the ultimate weapon against wasted volume. That's why it tops the list. It fundamentally increases your home's capacity without needing any renovation.
That is a powerful countdown. Okay, we've gone through 10 specific gadgets. Let's zoom out one last time. What are the core problems these top 10 things are really solving?
Looking at the whole list, it really boils down to tackling 3 main pillars, doesn't it? First, there's clutter control. Just dealing with the immediate visual mess, the things that disrupt flow. That's your core box, your drawer dividers.
Oh yeah, the immediate wins.
Second, optimizing tight spaces. Using those awkward corners, the vertical surfaces, the gaps. The rolling cart, magnetic rack, door organizer fall here.
Making the most of what you've got. And the third pillar, the one you said was crucial for making it last.
Third is increasing accessibility. Super important. Gadgets like the rotating organizer, those clear front shoe boxes, they make sure that once things are stored, you can actually find them and get them out easily. Because if retrieval is a pain, the whole system collapses, right? It has to survive daily use.
Totally. So looking back, it seems the smartest solutions often involve these clever structural tricks, using the back of a door, a wall, compressing things under the bed. They're relatively small investments, but they seem to pay off big time, not just in physical space, but maybe mental space too.
Definitely. I mean, if the gadgets are shortcuts to physical space, understanding the why behind them, the principles, that's a shortcut to mental space. By using these kinds of solutions, you're chipping away at that low-level background stress that clutter brings into your life every day.
Well said. And as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something to chew on. The vacuum storage bag showed us the power of identifying the biggest space hogs and, well, shrinking them drastically. So think about this. What other areas of your life could use that kind of strategic compression? Maybe digital clutter, your overflowing to-do list, those commitments that feel bulky? Where could you shrink the not essential to free up capacity?
Hmm. That's a good thought to end on.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into getting your space sorted. We'll catch you next time.